Okay, so ito na. Ito na yung second part ng video and I'm gonna start talking in our language na. So I'm really not used to speaking the language, but let me try. So actually, the first part of the book, it's all about mirroring, and I tried doing it kanina, but I think it failed. But it really takes a lot of practice. So what's mirroring? It's mirroring. It's not just paraphrasing up. Mirroring and paraphrasing are two different things. Um, I thought before magkapares lang sila pero magkaiba pala. So mirroring is also called isopraxism. It's essentially imitation. So it's another neurobehavior human display in which we copy each other to comfort each other. So again, it's another neurobehavior human display in which we copy each other to comfort each other. Could be done. So mirroring could be done by speech pattern, body language, vocabulary, tempo, and tone of voice. So pwede mo i-mirror ang mga kakilala mo in a lot of ways. Generally, mirroring is an unconscious behavior. So mirroring is, nami-mirror mo yung siguro yung palagi mong kasama unconsciously, right? And it happens it happens all the time. Actually, when you see a group of friends walking around, and especially if you know that they've been bonded for a long time, one of the mirroring part is their feet actually goes in sync. Even couples, their feet, um, they go talagang in sync sila. So that's one scientific explanation about mirroring. It's basically a signal of a rapport within a certain group. And again, it's unconscious. Pero yung sa atin, we'll do it unconsciously. Siyempre, ang mga kausap natin eh, hindi naman natin kakilala. So, we will practice mirroring consciously. Okay? But again, generally, mirroring is done unconsciously. Okay. Now, so when we practice mirroring, we're actually it's an art of insinuating similarity. It's like you wanted to tell that person, even though same there it's the first time that you've met them or the first time that you've talked to them. You wanted to send a signal that, hey, trust me. Um, you and me were alike. So I mentioned this before, when the both of you are on the boat, the both of you are on one side, there's no gap, communication gets to be clearer. The Yeah. Um, so how is mirroring done verbally? But before I go there, again, as what I mentioned, most associated form of mirroring, they're non-verbal communication. They're more of a body language. Um, but as a speaker, syempre, we're talkers. Ano bang magagawa natin? So um, we mirror by words. We only mirror by words. We do not mirror by the tone of voice. We do not mirror by the diction. We do not mirror by their accent. No, not because you're talking to to what you call this, to an Arabic, you'd have like an Arabic tone. No, not because you're talking to an Indian, you'd be talking like an Indian technical support. No, mirroring in a word, mirroring is just the word. It's not the accent. It's not the tone of voice. It's not the tonality. It's just the word. Okay. Now, how do you do mirror? So mirror is when uh, we repeat the last three words or the critical one, two, or three words that someone has just said. So by repeating back what the people say, you trigger this mirroring instinct. And your counterpart will inevitably elaborate on what was just said and sustain the process of communicating. Now, during our calls, how can we um before I discuss that yung calls natin, actually mirroring and what we're doing now is what I've been training everyone is what we call the positive reinforcement or acknowledgement. Like, um, how much money do you need? 20,000. All right. Why do you need the money for? Business expansion. Okay, great. Um, how much money do you need? 25,000. No problem. So those are positive reinforcement. And I'm not saying that it's bad, but we can do it a lot better by mirroring. Like, there actually is there was a study. There was a I'm sorry, not a study, an experiment done by a certain group of people, of waiters, actually waiters. So, when they were taking orders, one group was doing positive reinforcement, like, okay, so what's your order? So I'll take chicken. Okay, soup. Okay, all right. What else? And then they were just writing it down. Okay, now they're doing their job. Positive reinforcement. They're acknowledging, and the other group of waiters were doing mirroring. When they mirror, they're actually, um, repeating back what the customers are saying. Like, so, okay, chicken. All right, chicken. What else? Um, wh- so, and during that study, um, the people who were doing, um, mirroring were actually getting more tips than those who are just doing positive reinforcement. It also, when you actually mirror, it also gives a signal that you're listening, because you're repeating what they're saying. Again, it's not paraphrasing, it's mirroring. Now, there's a subtle art of why we would need to to mirror. Again, it says here, by repeating back what people say, you trigger a mirroring instinct. And your counterpart is who you're talking to, will inevitably elaborate on what was just said and sustain the process of communicating. Say, for example, so you're talking to a prospect now. Again, this involves us enhancing our phone skills. Okay, so why do you need the money? And they'd say business expansion. Again, I've been telling this to everyone. um okay, so no, let me not tell that na lang. It's a different topic. So why do you need the money? And the prosecutor said business expansion. Oh, okay, business expansion. Yes, and you just mirrored the you just mirrored what they said. And normally, since you mirrored what they would just, you already sent out a mirroring signal to them. And what they do is they would elaborate why. At first, it's going to be awkward. It takes a lot of practice. But, um, so let's say they said business expansion, and you'd be like, okay, business expansion. Yeah, business expansion, because I will be doing this, doing that, doing that. That's the perfect mirroring. You are creating, you're opening up a signal in which they will talk more. You may not be successful in your first couple of attempts, but please try to mirror instead of positive reinforcement. It will create a lot of impact. um so there, try to mirror. It says here talaga na it's going to be really awkward. And there was this student of what do you call this. I know, before that, before the student of Chris Voss. Oh no, I'll cut this and then I'll make a third video. Thanks, guys. Thank you.